An 11-year-old boy who has cerebral palsy has written to David Cameron asking why he can't get the treatment he needs. Ben Baddeley wrote the letter after his family received notice from the NHS that planned spinal surgery would not be funded. An appeal later raised the funds needed to pay for the operation. Our health correspondent Thomas Moore joins us. He's had the operation, but that's not where the story heads, is it?
It's a very sad and complicated tale of a little boy who's been caught out by NHS rules and regulations. I mean, you hear the details, it really does seem rather petty. This is a boy whose limbs were contorted by cerebral palsy. He could barely walk, but he had pioneering surgery that the NHS originally said it would fund. 5 days beforehand, it decided it wouldn't pay for the operation after all. And in desperation, because this boy was in huge amounts of pain, his parents accepted an £11,000 donation from a private donor, but that has meant that all subsequent treatment has had to be also paid for privately, and the family are out of money. At the end of this month, the specialist physiotherapy that you can see there, that he's been having 3 times a week, will have to come to an end, and that will jeopardise the progress he has made.
So there's 2 aspects here. One, that the reason why the NHS wouldn't fund it, I'm sure that they have a reason, and the second is that just one bit of private treatment means that you then don't get any NHS treatment?
It seems hard to understand, doesn't it? But indeed, that is the case. So first of all, the mum received this letter saying that the operation that he'd been preparing for 2 years wasn't going to go ahead, and the family were heartbroken, as they told me earlier this week.
You realise that you've got to tell your little boy, and he worked really hard, and I kept telling him that I know it hurts, but you're having this operation, and this operation's going to take the pain away forever. And to tell him that after all that work you've done, it's not going to happen. And obviously he blamed me. And his dad, he didn't understand, he was only a little boy.
It is heartbreaking for the family. There must be a reason why it was not funded.
Well, it is down to these NHS rules. They believed that it was doubtful whether it was cost effective, but ironically, just weeks after saying Ben couldn't have the operation, they decided they would test it in a proper trial. So had he been treated a week beforehand, he would have had it paid for by the NHS. Had he been a few weeks later, he may well have been on this trial. That is the desperate situation that Ben has found himself in. Now, NHS England have released a statement in which they said current evidence is limited, but together with NICE, the medical regulator, we're exploring SDR, that's the name of the operation, further through our innovative evaluation programme, which offers treatment to a limited number of patients who meet the clinical criteria. Not only does this enable these children to have potentially life-changing surgery, but it also provides a real opportunity to gather the vital evidence we need on the effectiveness of the procedure for the benefit of our patients. Now, Ben has written to the Prime Minister.
Yeah, we saw the letter there. It's a lovely letter.
It is a lovely letter. Downing Street says it has not yet received it, but David Cameron will reply once he has.
Okay, there's the letter. Dear Mr Cameron, Prime Minister. I'm sure they'll let us know when he has replied. For now, Thomas, thank you. Thousands of people in Derbyshire